Hi there, my name is Marky Sparky and welcome to the third episode of my Let's Play on the Everything is Awesome server. Today we are going to finish the Skeleton XP farm and 1.15 strikes, so we will have a little fun with bees. This is going to be a longer episode, but make sure to stick to the end, cause the interior of the Skeleton XP farm, believe me, it's going to be epic. Just sit back, grab a snack and something to drink and have fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on a creative test world of mine and I've been quite productive. So I told you that I'm planning on having maybe a skull or something on top of the Skeleton XP farm building, and that's what I was working on. And yeah, this is what I managed to do and I'm quite happy with it actually, because it's not too big. So it's like, what is that, 7 blocks across? So that should fit nicely onto a building, and I think this looks very good. With these very deep holes for the eyes and for the nose, with the coal blocks back there to have, yeah, this effect of, yeah, deepness. I don't know. Then I put some glowstone in there to have a light source, the same thing down here. And cover that with black carpet so no mobs can spawn inside of these holes. And I used the bone blocks here and smooth quartz slabs and stairs to give it a little bit more shape, and also these crooked teeth here, which I think are yeah, they're just nice. I like it. I really like it. And yeah, this is what the whole thing looks like, with some ear holes here, and the only thing I'm not happy about is these sides of the bone blocks. But yeah, compromises have to be made, right? I think this looks really, really good, and I want to have that on top of the XP farm building. So let's see how this will look in survival. I think I came up with a nice design that gives the skull like a platform, so the house below the skull like a platform, so very flat actually, and is also not too detailed, so that the skull is definitely the one piece that people are supposed to look at and will look at. And yeah, I gathered some wood for that actually, so the basic structure below will be wood fitting to these buildings. Actually, it will be kind of similar to that, but different, you will see. And I already removed a few trees here, and yeah, let's get started, and I think I will do that in a time lapse. Have fun. So, well, that was hard actually. I have no idea how the time lapse will actually look like, and I see the first mistake right there. How is that? Oh yeah, right. That needs to be facing upside down. Yeah, that was actually really hard. I had to look a lot on the screenshots of the creative single player version of this, and as you probably saw me building that, I had to do corrections all over the place all the time. And first I started off with this iron bars one too high, and therefore the whole thing was wrong. But except for that block, let me just go to sleep. Yeah, I really like that. I think I got everything. That one, right, so let's get up there and change that, whoops. Change that one block. I think that's it then. Yes, that looks just perfect. Haha, except for that third block that is hovering in there. But except for that, great. Yes, this is really good. Yeah, the building below is really yeah, there's nothing special about it, and that's exactly what I wanted. I want to, yeah, maybe let's just do that right now. Connect the path over and add a lot more coarse dirt to that. Do I have that right here? Coarse dirt, perfect. Because I want the ground here to look really, I don't know, barren or something like that. And then I think the whole thing will come together quite nicely. Do a little bit more. It's really a shame that I built this right in this flower biome, and I have to remove all the flowers to create something like that. But hey, that's Minecraft for you, right? So, the building below is just like this very flat thing. And you come in here, and I plan to have the items like arrows, for example, here, bone blocks here, and everything that is dropped, like bows or armor pieces in here. And here will be the water elevators down and up or something like that to the XP farm down there. Yeah, so this is really standard, like spruce logs, oak, everything else oak, and then here bone blocks on the side to give it some extra color. Maybe I add, I don't know, like mossy stuff in here on the ground, and I will see how I will put more details into that build. But as I said, I wanted to have this very standard. I will have to put some lighting up there though, so that the skull is the thing that people are looking at. And yeah. I really like it. I really like it. Well guys, Minecraft 1.15 the Buzzy Bees update is here, and we have already updated on the server. Which means that we can now enjoy all the crazy new features, like all the bees, the honey blocks, everything that is connected redstone wise with that. And yeah, also a lot of quality of life updates, for example, that you can now set your respawn point on the bed without having to sleep. Yeah, and stuff like that. And yeah, I really like this update already. However, for now, this also has some negative aspects coming with it. For now, there's no Optifine, so yeah, there's ugly glass textures like you can see up there maybe. Well, that's quite far away, but still. And also there's no zooming function, which, yeah, I wasn't able to zoom in there. And also, worst of all, there's no replay mod. So the time-lapse of me building that skull right behind me is the last time-lapse that you will see on this channel for, the next couple of weeks until they update to 1.15, I guess. But there also were quite a couple of bug fixes, which also includes that this crazy farm here got fixed, which relied on a glitch where sand blocks on top of boats were constantly updated or something like that. I'm not really sure how this worked. However, this is now broken. And obviously I went on a quest to find bees, and therefore I got this new guy here. So meet my new friend Bojack, who helped me a lot to travel, thousands of blocks actually. I think I found the bee nests that I now own, which are these two things here. Something like 5,000 and 6,000 blocks away from here. Yeah, they are really, really rare, but I got them and I'm the first one on the server to have them now. And what I want to do is build a basic honey farm here, and I've already started to set this thing up. And this is very simple. This is simply what Ilmango just released on his channel, which is you have the two bee nests here, you have a confined space of 2 blocks in front of it with 2 flowers where the bees can interact with the flowers. Then they go back to their bee nest back there, and the bee level of the bee nest is then read out with these 2 comparators here. And when the honey level of the bee nest is maximized, the output signal has a signal strength of 5, which then powers these 2 dispensers up here. And they shoot the glass bottles into the bee nest. So let's just put them here. So I think now it's too late, so they won't come out anyway. Actually, I think one of them already has some honey. Oh, both of them actually. So both of them already have, I guess, the lowest honey level 1 maybe. Let's just check. Yep, no, honey level 2, honey level 1 on this one. That's crazy. Well, it has the same signal strength. Or is that different? Oh no, it's different. This one has 2 actually. Oh, great. Yeah, and as soon as this hits signal strength of 5, the dispenser dispenses his water bottle, and this gets filled with honey and sucked out via this hopper and put into the chests down here. So very, very simple. And as I said, this is not my design. This is Ilmango. And if you want to see how exactly that works, I recommend you go and check out his video on that. So I was just waiting for the right time of day for the bees to actually come out of their nests. And this is the first bee that came out, and well, this doesn't look too comfortable, did it? Well, now it's back in there. Let's see whether this changed the honey level. Yes, it did. Perfect. So the whole thing works. However, for the bees, this doesn't seem to be too comfortable, does it? Maybe I will set them free later. However, farm works, bees come out. Nice. Guys, I fear the honey thing isn't really working, because this nest here on the right has a honey level of 5, which means it is full, and also the redstone signal is up to here. But in the dispenser there's a full honey bottle, so it seems not always does the honey bottle get sucked out by the hopper down here and end up here in this chest. And then what can happen is that the dispenser fires the full bottle and nothing happens, and therefore this signal stays on, and well, then it gets stuck in this. So I can trigger it like that, and see, now it filled up here in the dispenser and didn't get sucked out below, which is bad, and this shouldn't be like that, I think, at least. Also, I think I have only one bee left for some reason. I mean, I collected both of these nests when bees were inside with a silk touch pick, and therefore the bees should stay inside. But I only see a bee emerging from this nest And yeah, I don't know what to do. I will maybe observe this further, and maybe this is a bug now? I have no idea. Well guys, nevertheless, the one bee that I have is really cute. However, it is disturbing that they fly like this when they are interacting with the flower in this one block space. Nevertheless, cute bees, right? I worked some more on the Skeleton XP farm building. I added these fence gates here around the building. Same thing I did with all the other buildings. It just gives it a bit more, yeah, detail and I think stability maybe? A feeling of stability. And I added a few spruce highlights here. Not a lot. Just a bit to break things up a bit. And yeah, I lighted it up there, and it is still not open yet. But let's go in. So I filled up these chests, and I decided to have this 1 stack 2 diamonds. The arrows 1 stack 1 diamond. And that stuff, I don't know if anybody actually needs that or wants to use it, so I just thought it'd be nice to have it like a pay what you want, on a pay what you want basis. And I will fill this up with the best loot that, something like that, for example, which is actually not that bad if you don't have the enchantments. Yeah, I will fill it up with the best stuff that the skeletons drop. Okay, let's go down there, because I have done quite a bit of work down there. So it is not yet open, which is quite obvious. The ground is open here, but the farm is not yet open. So this is where the skeletons drop. And I actually included this switch now, which is connected to this lever, which simply dispenses. So last time I said with the dropper, which obviously doesn't work. But with the dispenser up there, I dispense a water bucket into the, yeah, where the skeletons drop. And yeah, now it is set to item collection. And if I just switch this over, the water gets dispensed up there. And the skeletons after that drop 24 blocks, which leaves them just about living, and you can punch them with your fist, yeah, as you see there. And then you can use it as a XP collection thing. So as the XP farm that it is intended, right? But as you saw, when I punch these guys, I do not collect any of the loot. The loot disappears in the ground because I have hidden some hopper minecarts down there. And they will pick up all the items very fast, so that the player is actually not even in reach to get that. Which is nice, because, you know, capitalism and stuff. So let's just simply kill those guys off, so that we don't have this noise here all the time. And now I can show you how this works. So I have the lever, and then I have to convert this on and off signal that the lever produces to a single pulse for the dispenser to dispense the water, and then suck the water in with the next pulse. And I do this simply by this observer and then a simple pulse lengthener here. Without that, the pulse would be too short for the torches to work. But yeah, this is very basic and simple. And it works like a charm. Yeah, and down here I have done some work, some further work. So I have the input item line here that is then going up there, and I have these item sorters here, 2 item sorters here, like the very simple ones created by Impulse SV. First for the arrows here, and the second one for the bones. And then I have a non-stackable item filter here, which sorts out all of that stuff. Whoa, this is actually a lot already. Yeah, and because this is really a lot, and we do not need more than 4 double chests and, well, plus whatever is in these hoppers. We don't need more than that, definitely not. I had the idea to use the fact that, how do I get there? Well, I mean, you can maybe hear it already. Yeah, as you can see down here, there's a naturally generated lava lake right next to the storage. So what I've done is I have a simple dropper here, so an auto dropper that is not yet armed. So because I had the problem that I was working up there and I was losing items all the time. So everything that is not sorted into this system, so when every single chest is full, for example, every excess item is simply dropped here into the lava, so that, yeah, we don't have like an item overflow all the time. And then there's one thing I further added, because up here I want everybody else to be and to use the farm. And here, for example, now there's still the way to my tunnel, but I want to close this up, obviously. And I also don't want to have a visible entrance down there, but I want a simple way to get all the items from down there to up in the shop. And this is by simply having a secret door here. So by throwing an item in here, this opens up and closes behind me, and then I'm down here, and I want to have a water here, and so that I don't fall like that. Yeah. This is simply done by a hopper. I have the output here. I have a pulse lengthener here that opens, retracts this piston, sticky piston with the mossy stone brick. And yeah, maybe I will include item filter down there, so that I have a specific item that I have to throw in, so that all the others are not able to jump down this hole. The next step is the decoration of this underground farm part, and I want to have this like in a really special way. Like up here you have the skull, right, of this big skeleton that maybe was found here. And it's night again. Just imagine the skull of this skeleton was found underground here and was then set up to display up here. And all the rest of the skeleton, like the chest and all the legs and arms, are still buried underneath here in the ground. And I want this to look like a cave, like a mossy cave, like this in the end. So just imagine you're inside the rib cage of this skeleton, and I imagine something like the spine of the skeleton running this way. Yeah, like that. Like on... yeah, something like that. The spine running along here, along the ceiling, and then having something like ribs. Oh no, that's the farm already. That is not good. But having something like ribs coming along here, you know, just around the whole building. So you're inside the rib cage that is then decorated with these mossy bricks. So let me just work on that a bit, and I will bring you guys back when I have finished this room. Guys, I have finished the whole thing and I really like it. But before I show you downstairs, let's add a few finishing touches around here. So I found these dead bushes in a Badlands biome, and I think they might add to this place just a bit. So just add a few around here. Maybe one up here. And how does that look? Yes, that's good. I like that. That just gives it a little bit more of a flair. Yep. So let's head downstairs. Before we open this up, I want to show you how it looks like. So as I said before, just imagine you enter kind of the rib cage, the inside of the skeleton when you go down there. And I tried my best to give this as much atmosphere as possible. Ow. That wasn't planned. That was planned actually. Okay. Oops. Well, now just enjoy this view. So yeah, what I did was I gave the room a little bit more height so that we can have this slope to go up and down here. So when you come down here, the elevator, you're not on the ground level. And so this also gave me the possibility to have this, this kind of staircase thing, completely of stair blocks and slabs, so that is completely spawn proof. And yeah, that's why I could completely have this dark up there and have the light only down there. Also where the skeleton then drop, which is here, which I showed you before, so that the focus of this whole thing lies exactly here in the center. And then I have these bones here, the ribs actually of the rib cage, just surrounding this tunnel-like thing. And yeah, I added a little bit of waterlogged stair blocks down here, one waterfall here. I actually have some water sources above the ceiling here, so that occasionally you get these water drops coming up. Did you see that one? Maybe there was more. Yeah, and a bit of these leaf blocks, and I have hidden all the lighting here behind the leaf blocks. So I have a few glowstone blocks hidden there so that you don't actually see the lighting. And yeah, this is what it looks like. And down here you have your XP farm, which I have shown you before. What is wrong? Okay, now I can hit it. Yeah, and the switch from XP farm to item collection. And yeah, this is what the whole thing looks like. And I'm really happy how this turned out. And I guess I will have a few screenshots here. Let's wait for a few skeletons to spawn, and then I will take maybe my thumbnail or something like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys like this build, and I hope you guys are inspired by it. I'm really happy how this turned out. So guys, the only thing that is missing now, or that is left to do, is to open up the shop and maybe do some advertisement for the XP farm so that people actually know that it is open and that they come here and use it. So let's go up there and open the shop first. So let's take this thing down. And yeah, I guess we don't need an now open sign or something like that. Nah, I don't think so. Okay, that's the first step of opening that whole thing up. I'm really excited what the others think about this. This is going to be it for this third episode. I hope you guys didn't mind that this one was a bit longer and you still enjoyed it. I know I did. And if you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one.